Now, a new study finds 1 in 4 atheists or agnostics actually pray when they face a personal crisis, and despite insisting that they're not religious. So let's bring in Fox News religion correspondent or contributor, Father Jonathan Morris, to weigh in on this. Good morning to you, Father. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning.
Pleasure.
So why do you think that is? Why 1 in 4 atheists or agnostic calling out to God when they face a crisis?
You know, I think it's because doubt is really a part of our whole experience of faith. And so if I ask somebody on the street, do you believe in God? Some might say, I don't know, or I don't think so. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they are an activist atheist. And so when it comes down to being in a situation in which we can't really come up with an answer that is important during hard times about what this all means or what is there an afterlife, well, then there's an openness to faith. And that's been my own experience. Let me tell you, Ainsley, whenever I go visit a parishioner, for example, in a hospital, I usually ask the nurses, is there anybody here who has no family, anybody else here in the hallway? And they almost always say, yes, why don't you go stop by this room or that room? And I run into people who are agnostics or people who don't believe in God. Not a single one has ever refused or told me, you know what, I would prefer that you don't pray with me. In times of trouble, certainly there's an openness, I think, to God.
That is so sweet that you do that for other people. According to the Gallup poll, more than 70% of prayers do mention family members. They're praying for family. In your experience, what do most people pray for?
Well, you know, I think we do spend a lot of time praying for things. My recommendation, especially for somebody who has doubt in their life, just listen. Quiet your soul and listen, and God will speak. Not necessarily with that voice like we saw from that movie, from that comedy, but will speak to our soul. Hey, do this, avoid that. Or just experiencing the presence of God in your life. Yes, we can ask God for things, but try listening, quieting the spirit and allowing God to speak.
That's valuable information. I remember asking someone, how do you pray? I don't know how to talk to God. How do you do that? And they said, just have a conversation with him. It's really easy, just like you talk to your best friend. Thanks, Father Jonathan.